Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well. Welcome back again with another live show on the channel. We're doing our top 5 past and present midfielders that have played for the club. And this will be a very interesting show as well on who we have gone for. So this could be centre midfielders, it could be wingers. You just never wonder who we have got picked as our top 5 for tonight. So it's going to be very, very interesting for sure. You know what to do, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's show, remember to hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those search results on YouTube. Please, of course, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, please hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help me the channel grow as well. And the bell notification that will let you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video does take place on the day as well. So that will notify you what is coming up on the channel week in, week out. And if you'd like to give a donation, Super Chats are available. If you want to become a member, it's 99p as well. So hit the join button to become a member for just 99p, and you'll be put into the next prize draws we do on the channel as well. Dive into a couple of comments that have come in. Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Lewis. Good evening, Julie.
Whoa. Can I go there? Lewis, sticky night, what you been up to? Have we been doing sticky stuff for a choo-choo?
My tough one, bro Dan Graham is in the chat as well. So be keeping well. He's probably just going to expand on who his top 5 are. Can't wait for tomorrow morning. Going to watch Spurs vs Newcastle on the Newcastle website. Unfortunately, I'm missing the game due to work, unfortunately, which is a real shame.
Lewis is watching it on 1-0 in the audience.
Even if Pete Mason all in the chat, hope you are well, Wayne. Just with the humidity, it is quite warm still. That's the problem. Oh. It is still getting very, very warm out there. That's the only problem. But just before we get it started, Mason Southgate has announced what could be his possible squad for the Euros.
Probably the best squad pick he's freaking done.
I mean, yeah, I think we're all a bit shocked, aren't we? In a little bit.
I'm happy that he's dropped Rashford and Henderson.
Rashford, yeah, I'm glad Rashford did deserve a chance in this Euros because he's barely been up to it this season as well. Henderson, finally, he's taken Dean Henderson. Sorry, not Dean Henderson. John Henderson, sorry. He's out the side now as well. He's not playing for the Euros as well, which is good. Again, far too finished now to be playing international football, in my opinion. So, good evening, Lawrence. Good evening again. Welcome in. Glad Anderson and Rashford aren't going, but should have more left backs than just Shaw. That concerns me. Just Luke Shaw.
No,
it's a left back.
I think Koval can play left back, but Javel Quansah.
No, can. Quansah, yes.
Koval can play.
Where is Nick Pope, though? Yeah, it's a shame it doesn't look like Nick Pope's gone because he's only came back from the injury, possibly by the looks of it. Good evening, Alan. Hope you're well. Good evening, Andrew DB.
I wouldn't have taken Pope because he just came back from injury.
Are you going to watch the Newcastle A-League All-Stars game on Friday morning at the stupid o'clock in the morning? 8:05 BST. My top 5 in order: Gary Speed, Nobby Solano, Rob Lee, Bruno, and Lauren Robert. Very good choices there, Dan, man. Very interesting choices. There may be some in there that we've gone for as well. So, but they're all great choices. Speed, yes. Nobby, Solano, Rob Lee, Bruno, and Robert was a very good choice as well. So there you are. And yeah, so as I mentioned, we'll get into those in a moment. But again, go back to the England. There's some very interesting ones that choices we got in there. It's good to see some new players get opportunity. But well done on Kieran Trippier and Anthony Gordon. Looks like they have been selected for the Euros, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, really great, particularly Anthony Gordon, who's deserved that massive chance for the Euros, which he really, really is going to get now, which he's really, really going to get, and he deserves it thoroughly as well. I'll watch what I can of the 2 friendlies, says Lawrence. Lawsuit incoming from Newcastle United against Jim Radcliffe around Ashworth. Well done, Craig Hope. Just shows that Dan Ashworth was definitely a snake at the club. Good evening, everyone. Mrs. Mohammed. Yeah, and another one. Chelsea have sacked Poch. Again, I'm very flabbergasted by that. I really, really am. I'm really, really surprised that he's left. He's walked.
I've just found a kid who who supports Chelsea, and I said to him, Eric Ten Hag for manager.
Oh.
he tells us to fuck off straight away, like.
Well, Gareth should have picked Tino to go with England. Well, maybe could have. Lewis Hall could have been another one as well. But again, some of the choices he's gone for really, really. This is now I can't see why we really can't give it a go in the Euros.
Yeah.
As long as Southgate gets it right, then you just never know what could happen.
And I've got a rant about a certain pisshead who had a little disagreement on Rashford and Henderson.
Go on.
Can I say it now, or can I keep it for
No, go on, say it now if you want.
Right. Paul Merson, you absolute pisshead, saying that they should have kept Rashford and Henderson. Are you taking the piss? It's been shite.
Henderson's finish in terms of international football.
I think you
He's
should
done.
be. I think you should be. I think you should be keeping yourself off the drink and the gambling, Mr. Merson.
Well, particularly Rashford's not been up to standard this season. I don't think the bloke wants to be at Man United. His attitude's turned completely. There's something not right with Rashford at all. There really, really isn't. So not for there to be stay there. Now we found out Ashworth is a rat. I wonder what we know about Tonali, says Andrew. Interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting as well. So, yeah. But should we get into it then? That's a good point, Andrew, says Lewis as well. Yeah, it is. But anyway, should we get into our top five? We'll start with yours, Mason. And, one comment that's coming there. My top five: Tiote, Ben Arfa, Cabaye, Bruno, and Jonas Gutierrez, says Archer. Some good choices there you've gone for as well. Why has he picked Maguire? He was always going to pick Maguire, that's the thing. So he was always going to pick Maguire, unfortunately. So only midfielder for me, Hendrick. Oh, Jesus. That's a good choice. McLad says Wayne. Yeah, so we'll go with yours first one, Mason, which you've gone for. And a very good choice you've gone for this one. On your top five. I like this one you've gone for. He's not in my top five. I've put him in my top five, but I think you can probably say he's been one of the top ones we've had, really. So it's this man you've gone for. Kevin Nolan. Remember, yes, I think that's a good choice you've gone for there, Mason. So go on, give us let's hear why you've picked Kevin Nolan.
I was just getting his stuff up. Sorry about that. It's just with, I seen stuff of him when he was at Bolton, and obviously he was at Newcastle as well. I seen how, and obviously West Ham. He was a legend at all three clubs as well. Obviously, we go. If any of us didn't know, he go. I hate to see it. He did go as a Celtic and Liverpool fan. Not unfortunately for the Liverpool side, but yes for the Celtic side. But the funny fact is, he have always grown up with Eric Cantona and Lee Sharp, who played for Man U. Considering he was a boy a Liverpool fan and all.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? So
obviously, Scouser. Obviously, it wasn't to be. He came out and said he wanted to stay at Newcastle, but luckily a certain gobshite of an owner wanted him gone, and he went to West Ham.
Yeah, I was disappointed when he went.
But I think his career. I think people would look at the best spell of his career probably being at Bolton.
Yeah, that was definitely one of his best. He did have a really good career at Bolton, but
because he was there for like 10 years as well. Obviously, it was great for Newcastle and West Ham, but I feel like that was his best he's playing for a team in Greater Manchester. But the fact is, he did have a really, really decent career.
Yep.
But I think probably Bolton's is the club what he stood out the most. And I was good for Newcastle and obviously West Ham, but I think it's because he was a Bolton for that amount of time, made him the pinnacle of being a Bolton legend.
Yeah.
He's Yara now. Ian, did he not? Kevin Nolan was a Celtic fan.
Yeah. But what else do you remember Kevin Nolan's time at Newcastle? Of course, we got the guy in 2009. The season we went down, unfortunately. But of course, the guy did a job in the Championship for us. Was made captain the season as well. And of course, we all remember a certain date, 31st of October, 2010.
Yep. Against the Mackhams, and obviously a certain manager was mentioned at the time. And before he came to Newcastle, I think it was a few seasons before that, Man U wanted him. It just shows you how caliber of that stature of Kevin Nolan. And I was a Liverpool fan, but yeah, it just shows you if you're getting scouted by one of the best British managers of all time, wanting to come wanting your signature. But I don't know if I was a Liverpool fan and all that, but the fact is, if you wanted it by Man United and one of the best British managers of all time, it just showed he had something in him. And obviously he came to Newcastle, came to West Ham, went to West Ham. He wore his heart on his sleeve when he played for all three clubs as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure Big Sam signed for Newcastle, didn't he?
No, it was Joe Kinnear, the season of the Joe Kinnear.
No, I get mixed up with that era, because
it was 2009 he came in. I'm just going to quick remix comment Gaza Beardsley, because I think I missed that one. Gaza Beardsley, Bruno, Robley, and Speed. Good choices there. And I think I did miss the one on Brian. Be careful what you wish for, Chelsea fans. Ipswich manager's probably going to go to Chelsea.
Brian, I feel like he'll be McKenna, Brighton bound.
Brian,
he'll be Brighton bound.
Oi, lads, Potch has left the building. Lawrence is going for Kevin Nolan in his top 5. Good evening, John. This is Wayne's Ginola, Solano, Bruno, Speed, Gaza, Kabai, Nolan. I went over 5 now, but there's too many. That's the thing here, Wayne. There is too many to pick from. It's really, really difficult choice. Julie says Rob Lee, David Ginola, Bruno, Robert, and Solano. Good choices there. Pierre Beardsley was my favourite player. There you go. Howdy, Rangers. Good evening, Ian. You all keeping well as well. And people just saying, yes, I did miss he's been to Celtic Park a few times, so there you are. I love Nolan's chicken dance. We all remember that as well. Stomping all over the Mackhams, and Nolan lad loved it, especially that chicken dance. That was class, that wasn't it? Evening, Lee. Hope you're keeping well. Good evening, Coffee. Hope you're keeping as well. The thing I can't remember how many midfielders we had. Yeah, loads of them.
I was in two minds, either picking him or either picking Joey Barton. I went with Nolan.
See, Joey Barton could have been another one. He had great times at Newcastle as well. So, anyway, Kevin Nolan, that's a great choice you've gone for.
I'm just going to quickly come in here. He did have a little bit of a Newcastle resemblance when he was at Notts County, because he did sign, and he did sign Adam Campbell.
Yes, he did.
And I just want to say congratulations to Adam Campbell, because he won the playoff final with Crew on Sunday. No, Corey on Sunday.
There you are. So it's hard to name top 5 midfielders. It is. There was so many to choose from. Really, really was to choose from. Okay. Right then. So I'll go into one of mine now. And mine is also a centre midfielder. And this one is, there's a lot, this names has popped up in the chat quite a lot so far. So I've gone for this guy. It's Rob Lee. I thought the guy was really, really good. Could certainly pop up with quite a goal outside the box. I really thought he could do. Particularly, I think he scored I think he scored 2 in the 7-1 win against Spurs. For I remember, I thought the guy was a beast in midfield. He really, really was. Of course, as well, we sold the guy under Bobby. Bobby let him go. Well, sold him in the January early 2002. It was. So, of course, we had Rob Lee since 1992 as well. So he was at the club for 10 years as well. So
I didn't realize.
He had a really good.
I didn't realize he lived in Durham.
Well, I know he was born in London.
No, it's just because his younger son Elliot was born in Durham.
Yes, he was, but I think Rob Lee was a cracking player for me. So it's Hendrik, Anita, Jeremy. What? Jeremy?
Make you sarcastic bastard.
Oh yes, Anita, not a bad choice. Acuna. I don't think Acuna was that bad.
I think he's being sarcastic there.
Well, he probably is, yeah. Alan Smith also signed for Notts County when Nolan was free. And support. Oh, there's Rob in the chat. Rob Lee played with his heart and his sleeve. Brilliant player. He certainly did. He was a really rocket in midfield, I thought, as well. So he scored some cracking goals in his time. And he'll score when he scored a hat-trick as well, Rob Lee. When Newcastle won 5-0 in Belgium against Royal Antwerp at the time. Yes, Lee bagged himself a hat-trick as well. I mean, the guy could just score from midfield. One season he got 9 goals from 35 games. Quite high for a midfielder as well. So we did let him go for around about 250,000 from that's how much we let him go for. But which was but that was a bit good. The guy left. I thought he did very well, Rob Lee. So, and cheers, Pete.
Fun fact before Eddie Howe got the Bournemouth job. I've just read it here. Before Eddie Howe got the job, I think it was the season after. He was probably was interviewed for the Bournemouth job before Eddie Howe.
Whoa, he was he? Gary Speed as well, rest in peace, yeah. Which we give that Dutch midfielder more of a chance. Hat-trick of headers, says Mick. Yeah, he did. Hat-trick of headers he did as well, so. Yeah, he was at the club for 10 years. And I thought he was a solid in midfield, so that's one of mine. And that was Rob Lee. Right, then we'll go with another one of mine. This is a winger this time I've gone for. I've gone for this guy. I thought this guy was just quality in wings. And again, this name's popped up in the chat as well. It is Mr. David Ginola. This guy was just incredible. He really, really was. Particularly when he scored a cracking goal against Man U in the 5-0 win, where he absolutely rifled that in the top corner as well, which was absolutely fantastic. Of course, we'll remember that goal. The goal against Ferencvaros when it was called the UEFA Cup at the time. And yeah, of course, we did sign him in 1995 from PSG for £2.5 million. The guy was just incredible, I thought. He really, really was just incredible.
Yeah,
he didn't score a lot, though. That was the problem. But he's a winger. He said he did the job as what a winger did.
Yeah, he died, didn't he?
The thing. Yes, he could have. He had a really bad health issue as well. So, but I thought Ginola was incredible. Maybe he didn't score a lot, but did the job as a winger completely. Jesus Christ, I forgot about David.
He's a sexy cunt, like.
Ginola Magic, and can be saying hello as well. Hope you keeping well, coffee. But the guy, I thought he was incredible. Shame he wanted to leave, unfortunately.
Just
left the same time as Les Ferdinand did to go to Spurs.
Just a shame who we played for now.
Yep, he did. Yep, yes. So we sold him for the same price as well.
That's
$2.5 million it was.
Billy's.
Billy's. Good evening, Billy. Gaza, Lee, Kabai, Bruno, Joe Linton. That's great choices there, Billy. You've gone for as well. Lee was one of mine as well. Number 3 and 4 is Joe Linton, though I haven't really thought about wingers for this. It's odd because the all wingers, midfielders, all wingers. Wingers are midfielders. So
just a fun fact about Gaza. I went to school with his nephew.
Really?
I went to school with his nephew.
Oh, Kenny, nice one.
No, because I went to this school in Dunstan.
What interesting one.
And at the time, his nephew was in year 11.
There you go. Fair enough. So, yep. So, David Ginola was definitely one of my top. Didn't score a lot, but brilliant in terms of the wings. And, of course, the 2 goals you'd be remembered for. So the Man United one and the goal against Ferencvaros as well, which was incredible. Kitson as well. Yeah, he wasn't on one too bad. Did you realise David Ginola was the second surname after Ginola? His full name was David Ginola Cezia. That is a little fun fact. If you don't believe me, Google it. Yes, I've heard something about that.
It is.
Wish had a bet offer, stayed longer. Pardew got rid of him. Well, the club got rid of him as well. So, which was absolutely gut wrenching. It was. I mean, there was something in Ben offer, but
spat his dummy, didn't he?
Well, he did do that in a way as well, didn't he? But Pardew just threw him out the side, unfortunately. Okay then. So David Ginola was into my number top 5. Again, these are going to be no particular order as well. But so we'll go on to yours, Mason, next. And you've gone for another winger as well. And you've gone for this guy. I think there's a good reason why you've gone for this guy as well. Go on, Mason. You've gone for none other than Spider-Man Jonas Gutierrez.
What a fucking player. Honestly, I've never done a player like it. The way he played and all that on the wing, it was pretty surreal.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty surreal when he played for Newcastle. Obviously, it's sad how I was a little bit disappointed when he got that move to Norwich because I felt like that was pointless. But obviously, when he got treated by the club as well, once like
the club absolutely after that, disgustingly.
When he scored that winner against West Ham, but yeah, I thought
club didn't want to keep him on, did they?
That Judas of an owner had an all, and the fact is as well, he gave 100%.
He did. He absolutely
gave 100% every time we played on that pitch. You know, luckily enough, he was up here. He was up here 10 days ago. He was in the area 10 days ago. Well, 2 weeks ago, because he was at the journal time for you, if it's still called that now. And obviously he was at the game with CC at half time. He was at the game on Billy. God.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be remembered for keeping us in the Premier League in the game against West Ham. Got treated disgustingly by the club, Billy. Those were definitely shocking players. Colback, Hendry, Key. I don't think it was that bad. Saive was a waste, and Amdi 5 was woeful as well.
Key Sung Young didn't get the game time, but obviously
that's the thing. I don't think he got the game time a lot.
He was decent for Swansea. He was decent for Swansea, but he didn't get any game time for us.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah.
He got the Mackhams to fucking Wembley and all. Christ.
Yeah. But again, going back to Jonas Gutierrez, I mean, as I mentioned, he was treated shockingly by the club. When he was going through, when he got diagnosed with cancer, and the club And the fact is, the way we got rid of him as well, him and Ryan Taylor at the same time were told by a telephone call that they were not going to be kept on at Newcastle, which was so unprofessional. You do not tell a player you're being released by a telephone call of all places. And that was just incredibly. And I wish we should have kept the guy on, particularly when he saved us from going down that season. He really, really could have.
I've just realised who Swansea sent Ki Sung-young from. Christ.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
We signed him from Celtic.
Yes.
Fuck. I've got it with that.
Because
we signed him from Celtic.
I'll just read through the comments. The fox in the box, says Lee. Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Lorraine. Hope you're well. Gutierrez, don't know about that pick race. Well, I don't know about it, but it was just the way the celebration went to keep us in the Premier League. Ben Arthur still playing, I didn't realise. Yes, he is, I believe. Fantastic players, always gives 100%. This is Lorraine's going for Gaza, Bruno, Speed, J7, and Lewis Miley in no particular order. Oh, she's got Miley in there already. Fair enough, interesting. And that's where there was Billy's list of definite big flops. Just and you did you realize when Jonas Gutierrez took a shirt off, the referee didn't want to book him, but he had to due to the laws of the game? No, he didn't actually, which was incredible as well. That's a World Cup winning list, says Billy. Ian's laughing at Billy's comments. Callback when we had players bigger Romana.
Bigger Romana.
Bigger Romani wasn't too bad.
And I remember that goal he scored again in the Europa League. Was it in the Europa League or the league?
Which one?
Bigger Romana, 12-13 season. I know Vukic did, but I didn't have a bigger one. I think his was in the league or Europa League.
It was in the Premier League when we beat Wigan 3-0.
You know what it is? I'm sure I was thinking, was it Wigan? Was it not? But you have reminded us, so thanks for that.
Big Romana, yeah. Batty's another one. It was just an absolute feisty bloke in midfield. Or if he got it, he would certainly get the scraps with players, no doubt about that. He certainly got into scraps with other players, easily. Even worse when we kept Sammy Amiobi instead, then he barely played again before he left in 2017. Should have stayed another year, would rather have had him than Sissoko. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
He hasn't even got a club now. He's been up for he got released by Middlesbrough.
Yeah, he did.
He got released by Middlesbrough 22, 23. He hasn't got a club. He hasn't had a club since.
Yeah, he certainly did. Good evening, Pete. Hope you're well. Robert says, "Oh, fantastic! Always gives 100%. Loved the Spider-Man when he scored. think it helped him that Fabrizio Colaccini was around. Yes, it did actually. He didn't really used to do this. Well, I don't think he couldn't do the celebrations in the Premier League. That was the problem, because I think he would get booked for using the mask apparently, which is a bit strange. But Championship, they used it there. So Man United stand got a live video now. Poch to Man U, says Andrew. Thinking about the best wingers I've seen for us, I'll probably go for Richie, ASM, Ben Arfa. Then going as my top 4 to come up with my best one. Flying Pig on as well.
Richie?
Well, when we first got Richie, I think. So, there you go. Long head Yetis Cave, big up lads. Hope you're good. Hope you're keeping well. Would probably have had Bonds in there if he hadn't got the injury he did. Possibly good one as well. There will be a lot than Julie. Only time I've seen Sammy play live was at Borough v Bolton with me brother a few Boxing Days ago. Excellent was the day. Oh, is it Mason? A proper Geordie. Love him.
But I would say I'm a half Geordie. I would say I'm a half Geordie because we're my allegiances.
With you, and Jonas told Ashley, listen, you called him a mother. I'm not seeing the rest. Yeah, big Les Finner, but Les Finner was a striker. To be honest, some players we wish he did better here. Key, Musa Sissoko, Remy Cabella could have been stars, never worked out. No, it didn't actually, unfortunately. Just shame it didn't work out with them. Could have included Miggy or Gutierrez when they performed all well, but they did frustrate with their performances plenty of times as well. Yeah, they did. Gutierrez did have a couple of seasons where he really, really struggled as well. I mean, particularly under the Pardew days, he really started to at times. So Anyway. Right then, so that's a good choice. You've gone 4 good eras. I mean, the first game against Man U, which where Keegan signed him, was incredible, which is where we got him from. We got him from Real Mallorca as well. First game was against Man United when we drew 1-1 in that game. He was on fire. Then played a couple of games after that, but then missed some games with injury that season and came back when we lost to Sunderland as well. But he has scored some really great goals in this time. I thought the goal against Wolves away in 2011 when we won 2-1 there, that was a good goal. Wolves at home when we drew with them 2-2, that was a great goal as well. He scored as well. So he's had some really great games and scored some really, really good goals as well. So just shame he could use the Spider-Man mask a lot. That was the problem. So yeah. Can you remember Rule Fox? Yes, I remember Rule Fox. He wasn't too bad of a player. Yeah, Stephen Glass. I remember Glass. He wasn't too bad. I refell his first time here. Hope you're well, John. Respect to Liverpool when Spider-Man made his return. Yes. Or was it not? No, was it not Man United he made his return? Fox was classy.
Man U. I was Man U.
Yeah, I don't like it when some say I'm a posh Geordie because I've lost a bit of the accent. Dad's from Bike and Mum's from Northumberland. That's fair enough. Lorraine. He was indeed. Love scoring v Wolves, included one when I was ball boy when we beat them 4-1. Yes, when we beat them 4-1 as well. Tonali's a future on the list. Yep. He could have been up in there, but if he played a bit more, that was the thing. So we got Fox in the cool deal. Yes, we did. When Cruz retiring, Madrid can take Jeff Hendrick, where he can turn his career around like Hosselu. Lewis, he was a good player. You wouldn't have been born, bud. Actually, no, Gillespie. Yeah, Keith Gillespie. That was another great player. Yes, Keith Gillespie. Yeah, no, that's been mentioned. He's actually not in our top 5, which, again, it was just so hard to pick. But Gillespie certainly crossed the ball in his time. I remember the guy had to play up front against Monaco at the time. No, it wasn't. Was it? No, it wasn't. No, that was Rob Lee at the time. Apologies. About that. But I thought Gillespie did a job. He could certainly cross the ball in the box. I lost some of my ex-friend as well. Lorraine Sellers was classy. It was Scott Sellers. Yes, I remember him. My brain does not work. It's fine, Dave. Had plenty of looks at the articles of Messi speaking positively about him in 2010. My dad's from Northumberland. My mum's from the Heed, but I was born in Newcastle. There you are. He remembers Vin and Anita. Remember anyone's Vincent Anita? Remember you seen he was a young Ruth Hullett. I was thinking, do you mean Vin and Anita, Ian? Yeah, he was okay. He wasn't too bad, and I think he was better at right. People say he was better at right back though than at centre midfield. That's fair enough. Oh yes, Keith Gillespie. He could ping a ball. I make agree, bud. Got to have the tank Modiami. Modiami, not a bad choice. I mean, the season when we got promoted, I thought he was a beast. He was a really beast in centre midfield alongside with Shelby at the time as well. So that's not a really a bad choice as well, you could say. As well with Modiami was certainly a machine in midfield. I think he got. Have you, Julie? Do you mind? Pops up now and again. And Keith Gillespie rated to Gillespie we have now? No, I don't think he is.
He's playing the guitar now, Modiami. He's playing
guitar now. Mine pops up when I speak to the Geordie, says Julie. Exactly, Julie. No, Lewis. Yes, says Julie. Vernon, yes, I use all right about him at right back. Yeah, a lot of people prefer him at right back. Julie, remember him coming on for Yamat and the Dobby under Raff and played a lot better than him there. Yes, he did.
Lewis,
he was Northern Irish, yes, he was.
Julie, don't upset the Republic of Irish. Don't upset the Republic.
I see Keith Gillespie at a hotel when we bro got married in Dion, Dublin. They were there with Leicester as they were playing at Mackham's next day. Yes, they were, actually. Right then, so we'll go into mine. Next one. This is another winger. Well, wingers, I say, are midfielders normally. I just think I've got to put this guy in there because the guy's just been incredible. Again, it was so hard. There was some others, one that I could have went for. I think I'm including this guy now because of how well he's done at a very, very young age. Yes, I have gone for I've gone for him. I've gone for Anthony Gordon. People say he plays more forward, but wingers. He's a winger mostly as well. Anthony Gordon. So I had to include Anthony Gordon in there. Again, it was close. I could have had Robert in there as well. Who else could I have had in there as well? Again, it was so hard. Ben Arfa could have probably had. But I thought Gordon's just been incredible at a very, very young age. And that's why I put him in there. I mean, 10 goals, 11 assists. Season just gone. Oh, God, I hope not.
I will shoot my head off if he went there.
Really?
Yes, because I don't like them.
Fair enough. So, yeah, I've decided to put Anthony Gordon in. Jesus, I was not expecting that, Peter. There you are. We got Keith Gillespie as a party of the Andy Cole list for them. We did. Number 2 for me is Goodbye. Can you just remember Meridan and the first Brazilian at the two? I think it goes way back to my time, I believe. Would you really class wingers as midfielders? Oh, yeah, I think you would. Particularly particularly if clubs were playing the 4-4-2 formation, you really would put wingers as midfielders at that point. Good choice, Pierre. That's too incredible. It won't happen. Mason Hill turn them down, says Julie. Steve Bruce needs a job and is perfect for Chelsea. Barry Venison, yes, another player in there as well. Exactly, Coffee. So I've gone for Anthony Gordon.
Will if any of you rely on Ben Jacobs for him?
There you are. Fair enough. Great Gordon Klassen, still very young. Eddie's been connected to Chelsea of Portugal for several weeks. Oh, yeah. Gordon Klassen. Barry Venison was a defender, wasn't he? Steve Bruce would defend Bowley with all his heart. Says Coffee, yeah, he would. So, yeah, I just had to include Anthony Gordon in there. Very young age. He's a bright for 23 years of age now. 10 Premier League goals this season. And 11 assists and so many assists as well. No, sorry, 11 Premier League goals, 10 assists. The guy's just been unstoppable. And that's why I've decided to include him in there, because he's doing so well at a very, very young age. And look what we've got out of him now, which is absolutely incredible. No Eddie and going there. Olivier Bernard. Bernard was a left back. Yes, Finison was a fullback. Wonder if anyone's picked Bruno. Well, you never know. We'll go on to another one of yours, Mason. And you've gone for, this is a centre midfielder for you. You've gone for this guy. It's Johan Cabaye.
Oh. Honestly, the same with what's his face? Ginola in my time. Not Ginola. Nolan. Probably one of the best midfielders in my time, and probably under the Ashley era. The Ashley era, like probably one of the best midfielders we've seen at the football club. Obviously, it was disappointing. It was disappointing to see him go to PSG, but obviously, Champions League at the time, more ambition. And obviously, he got that move to Palace, and of course, when Portugal was in, obviously Portugal had that little bit of money, little bit of money. It's obviously at Palace because you're gonna get money at Palace. Under Steve Parish, and obviously went to Al Nassr, and obviously finished his career at Saint Etienne, and obviously came through at Lille at the time when we were saying Eden Hazard came through as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Venison was a DM. He was actually. Little bit just share about story, and Anthony going another future one like Tonali. I think Tonali's going to be a beast next season. Tonali, we haven't seen Jack of him yet. One nobody has mentioned. Dyer. Yeah, Kieran Dyer you could include as well. The only problem with Dyer was he just became very injury prone as of late.
John, I had Nolan already.
Yeah, but Dyer wasn't a bad shout, but it was just his injuries that were a problem with Kieran Dyer. Nolan Bond deserves a shout. Solid pair in them, the two. Yeah, Mason had Kevin Nolan in there.
I had Nolan.
Sister Marvel or Sylvan Marvel.
He was shite.
He was a bit of a flop, wasn't he, Marvel? Fans hated him for a while because you remember him going on strike to try and get a move to Arsenal, which didn't happen, but his relationship with fans has improved, to be fair. Yes, it did with Kabay as well.
He works at PSG now, doesn't he? Because he was at the Champions League game.
Yeah, I mean, we got the guy, we remember we got the guy from Lille as well in 2011. It was part of the season we finished 5th.
I was a sporting coordinator at PSG's youth academy.
Of course, we'll never forget the free kick against Man United. He scored. He was missing for quite a bit of the 2012-13 season, though, with an injury. He was out with quite a bit of time with an injury, I remember. 2014 season, he tried to get a move to Arsenal. Then the bloke decided to go on strike for a little bit. And then they told him he couldn't do that. Then he came back. But as soon as what happened, right before the transfer window closed in 2014, PSG comes in with a bid. Newcastle go and accept the deal. And couldn't get one over the line throughout the remainder of that season.
What do you expect when you get a team in your home country? More ambition, more money. As I've just said with Palace, for Newcastle, he wasn't going to get anything here.
Because he went to PSG and then Palace bought him there, didn't they?
The same with Palace. More money. Decent football, and the Manchester at the time was getting back properly. But once that PSG moved came in, it's not hard to turn down that league. And then makes this
Newcastle were never going to turn that down, but it was just horrendous. Sell him on one day before the transfer window closed. I think we tried to get Clement Grenier the next day, but
makes this reminder of this goal and all.
Yes, of course, the goal never be forgotten when we beat Man United 1-0. That was the first time we beat Man United since 1972. As well, so yeah. Roy Atkin. Oh, I can't remember the top of my head. James Milner, again, not a bad shout. He was a really good winger for us. But spelled Julie, remember when Bobby asked him to play on the wing and he refused Dyer, that is, but he did for the England. Yes, he did. So sometimes French names are crazy. I always thought Jeremy was overhated. I didn't rate Jeremy that much. I remember that when I wouldn't include the Git genus in the list, burnt his bridges. Yeah, he did, didn't he? He certainly did at time. Scored just the one bit better of luck we had in the 12-13 season compared to the season was not having our best midfield. Ranger grateful that Bruno he missed one game, Bournemouth away. Lee Boyer, he was certainly a thingy in midfield as well. Lee Boyer, again, not a bad choice as well. Again, there was just so many to from. Did you see Waddle for the tune? Yes, Chris Waddle, yes. We just refused to pay the money for Grenier. Sure, we were definitely linked with them again under Rafa. Says Lawrence, Waddle was awesome. Says Wayne, Jeremy always tried, bless him, but this dog eat dog willed, and if you're bad, then get gone. Yeah, Jeremy I didn't rate at all. I wasn't that hyped up on Jeremy, I must admit, to be honest. We got him the season we were in the championship. I was pretty sure we moved him on then. So, right then. So you've got Kabay. I mean, how? Just before we go to the next one, Mason. I mean, were you how absolutely good were you when Kabay left?
I was good. Like,
I mean,
pretty pissed off at the same time.
Because we saw that. I mean, what about the time when he went on strike at the time to try to get a move to Arsenal at the time? I mean, and then he come and play Fulham in the Premier League. He gets a bit of a mixed. He gets a bit of a mixed reception, then, doesn't he?
Pretty pathetic.
Yeah, but he stayed and we kept. That was the main thing. So,
did he hear man?
Lauren Robert got his autograph in the 1892 bar before the game started on my program. Did he have man? Says Julie.
Oh God.
He was okay. He wasn't the greatest, I thought, I would say. Didi Haman. Right then, so we'll go to the next one, Mason. I mean, Mason, I've got this one. Both have selected this one. I think we'll have to include this guy here. There you are. There you go. Joe Linton. Ever since the guy's moved to midfield, he's just been unstoppable in midfield. Never worked as a striker ever. Eddie, as soon as Eddie comes in after Cabbage left, changes his position. Works perfectly for him now. Look at the way he's doing in midfield. He's becoming a machine in midfield. And I'm glad this guy is staying on at this football club, signing a new contract. Just gutted that injuries, that he's been unlucky with injuries this season, unfortunately. But Joe Linton, I think, he's definitely up there now. He really, really is. He's got strength. He's got power in him. And the guy's just been unstoppable in midfield. I mean, Mason, there you are. Explain why you've gone for Joe Linton as well.
The turnover he's had, I don't know how. From a shite striker and a shite manager who was a Man U striker. The turnaround speed just been unreal.
Yeah,
considering he didn't get a sniff in 4 years, but he was out known for 2 years at Rapid Wien in Austria. Didn't get a sniff at hardly got a sniff at hardly get any games in the 1899-09. Newcastle first came in, the price tag it wasn't the best for a striker who was shite under Bruce and obviously under Eddie Howe. Midfield masterclass, and the 40 million's back on him. And obviously, I believe Rafa didn't want. I think it was one of. I think Rafa was offered him, but Rafa didn't want him.
No, Rafa didn't want him, did he?
No.
If Rafa stayed, Joe Linton would have come. That was the thing.
No.
But Bruce got him playing him as a striker. But he's playing out with his skin as a centre midfielder now, Joe Linton.
Now he's playing for. He's playing for Brazil now, which is
shame he's not being included in the Copa del America, unfortunately.
I probably understood with him just coming back from a long-term injury.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because he's been out for months. Just shame this guy. This guy has been out since January when he got the injury against Sunderland.
Clarkey Poch left Chelsea.
So I'm up to with me comments. Would shock me, Lawrence Rafa's talent was rotten. Of course, yes. Yeah, Big Julian, what a player. Joe Linton, Casapia Apollo. Dan Ashworth didn't want to renew his contract, right? No, he didn't. No, he may rot in the garden. Right? That's why he's on the gardening leave. Could see in that Brighton game before Eddie's appointment that he could be a good player under a good manager with the ball over Wilson. That should have been the assist for the winner. Yeah, it should have been as well. He didn't even clock it up you well. Hugo Viana, I thought he was going to be class, but just didn't make the grade. Yeah, I was good about Viana because he could have been that, but just shame it just didn't really work out as much as what we expected to be under Bobby Robson at the time. So, yeah, that was a little disappointing. I think it was the case of Rafa not wanting to pay 40 million for him, especially with Rondon available for 16.5 million. Yeah, that was it. So Rafa made some bizarre decisions. He did, but I think he had no choice but to win away because of the tight arse. That's why. Because he didn't get back properly. Didn't get back properly. That was the problem, and that's why he had to do what he do in his last season, unfortunately, because someone wouldn't pull their fingers out and get some players in the side. And I still felt hurt when Rafa left. I really, really did. Yeah, and Poch has definitely left Chelsea. And hope people just said hello to Clarkey. Hope Bruce was that far up Ashley's arse. He knew what he had for breakfast. He certainly did. Whereas Rafa just took north, didn't take any bullshit from him. Well, so in his final says, so he just said, "Well, I'll see out this contract, and that's me done." And tried to offer him a year with nothing. Insurances are out, and he just said, "Nah, you can shove that where the sun don't shine," and that was Rafa away. He just seen something about it. Yeah, Lee Clark. See, Lee Clark at the time was not a bad one, particularly under the Keegan days as well. Yes, Lee Clark was really, really good as well. But and yeah, you are keeping well, Mason. Viana was hit and miss, says Julie. Yeah, Dan Ashworth has secretly been caught leaking secret messages to Omar Barada. Yes, he has. Naughty, naughty. What about Emery? Oh, Emery, yes. Emery. First season, very well. Second season, same. They got faded out the side a bit under Sam Allardyce. I thought that was the problem. That was the problem. So, but yeah, Emery wasn't a bad player. We'll never forget about his free kick. But again, a player was hit by injuries as well. I thought, particularly in his first season, I thought so. But yeah, Emery wasn't a bad player. Roman Alfatano was total dog shit. Like biggest waste of time. We didn't even. I don't think we played the kid very much. Maybe a couple of games. That was it. Well, Poch proved with the worst squad, he's still got it. If I get sacked, I want him. If any say in transfers, they would have got top 4. Yeah, absolutely. If we didn't have those injuries, we could have well finished in the top 4. Twitter going mad. Chelsea now in a move for Eddie. Rafa's football was some of the worst footy I've seen at St James's Park. At least Brucey had ESM. That was the thing. But in a way, Rafa had no choice but to do that, unfortunately, because he wasn't backed. Bruce spent a canny bit of money at the club and just played some of the most horrific football I have seen in my lifetime. Basidas, oh, he was terrible. Basidas, Christian Basidas. Give it 5 years' time, there won't be a sports directed. No, definitely not. And Lee, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right then, so it looks like we're going on to the final player now. Before we get this person on screen, give it 5 years' time, there won't be a sports direct. Remy Camilla was a huge left arm. Rafa give us hope. He did. Yes, he did. Before we get the final player on screen, we're going to ask you first who you think it is, the last person we have gone for. So you've got, say, a minute. I'll give you guys a minute to get down in the chat who you think is our final player. Me and Mason have gone for the same player again on this one, but you've got a minute to think who is our final player we have chosen. So you've got a minute to get it in there before we get it on screen. Peter, you know kits are over £80. John's gone for Tolvan. Whoa. Bruno, Lewis, Florian Tolvan. Bruno, Batty, Rob Lee, and it's certainly not that, Mason. Rob Lee was early in the show, Julie. Bruno, and he's my number 1 as well. Bruno G39. Rashid, yeah, this is who Mason decided to put in.
It's not people, it's just a joke.
There's a lot of people say Bruno has to be Gaza, says John. The speed's gone in there. Adidas kit, £80 for basic. Yes, Gaza. I'm just going to count how many of people have gone with it. Well, the King Kevin, it's not Kevin, but Kevin Keegan was good in midfield as well. So that speed. Well then, you mean the fella that is going putting boxes on his channel? Yeah, I've heard. So yes. It's Mr. Bruno Gamaris, Rodrigo Mora. Can you remember the Nuta Tamuri Ketbaya? Yes, I remember him. Sorry,
Ian, 3 words on that ass.
Yeah. Definitely not Stephen Island. Well, here is our final one. Me and Mason have got, and yes, some of it gone in the chat. It is none other than. There you are. There he is. There you go. Mr. Bruno Guimaraes. Yes, we're going for Bruno. Mason, why is Bruno in our top 5?
Probably one of the best players. Oh God, Ian. Probably one of the best midfielders. Not bar none in the league.
Yep. Absolutely, yep. Of course, remember we got the guy in when we were sitting in the bottom 3.
In for a North London club. Have that. He's not going anywhere.
Yep. Also thinks they're going to get him. Didn't the guy turn them down to come to us? So it had to be, Bruno. He's going to whale away with them boxers. Yep. Paul Dalglish. That was Kenny's son. I don't think he did an awful lot, Paul Dalglish. Bruno, best midfielder money we could ever buy. Bruno's overrated. Oh God, George just having a joke there, Clarky. We love Bruno. He could have signed for Arsenal, but he said that he did turn them down. Yes, he did, Julie. I just noticed we had a player called Brian.
Oh God, don't say that second name. Peter, oh God, you're looking it up.
No, it's come back to me. No. It actually is true. 1997, 98, we did have a player called him.
Oh God.
Bruno most athletic, Danny Murphy. Yep. But Bruno.
I thought Coffee was fallen.
No, it's definitely true. It's definitely true.
Wine penis.
But Danny Murphy just jealous, says Julie. Absolutely. Yeah, Bruno, he had to go in there because he's just been fantastic for us. Where would we be without this guy? The guy's helped us get into the Champions League. Hopefully, we have just done enough for Europa Conference for next season. This guy loves it here. The celebration he did on Sunday, does that show that a guy is going to go anywhere? Hopefully, it's not. He's here to stay, Bruno. We need this guy. He's going to be key if we are definitely in Europa Conference, because he could be a player that makes us win this competition. And that's why he's in our top 5. The guy came to us when we win a relegation battle in 2022. We were sitting in the bottom 3 at the time. And for him to come from Lyon, one of the most top clubs in France, to come to Newcastle, which is great, to be part of the side to help us finish 4th. And hopefully it's just enough to gain Europa Conference on a very, very tough season that we have had, been riddled by injuries. Sometimes Eddie's been persistent with favouritism of certain players. But Bruno's carried this team forward as well. He really, really has. And we wouldn't be where we are without Bruno in the team. I want this guy to stay for a number of years. The guy loves it up here. Hopefully we do keep a hold of him. I really, really hope we do. The guy is just so important to our team. I don't want this guy to go anywhere at all. So we just hope that Bruno is just here for many more years to come. Some of the best goals he has scored, Bruno. Of course, the diving header against Leicester was a cracking. The first goal he scored, Southampton with a back heel, was just incredible as well. He scored some other great goals against the likes of Brentford as well. The guy's just carried our midfield when he's needed to. And the celebrations he just puts on are fantastic because it just shows that this guy loves being at the club. The fans simply adore him completely. And we don't want this player to go anywhere at all. We want this man to stay here for some number of time. And we hope he does that. That's why Bruno was in our top 5. We had to pick him in there. Please, Bruno, we want you to stay. Sounds like it's something else. Mason Koeman, yeah.
Blame John Parrott.
Danny Murphy is a bald wanker. Bruno ran the most kilometres in the Premier League this season. Yes, he did. He needs to practice his knee slice, not the greatest. Yeah, I was at Craven Cottage when he did that. Wasn't the greatest, unfortunately. So, yeah. Well, I'll be buying the pro kits from now on, even though they're going to be well over 100 quid, but I don't care. At least the money is going to Newcastle, not like under Mike. Absolutely well said, Lewis. Thank you, Amanda, for bringing Bueno here. I think Kinder should bring out Kinder Bruno instead of Bueno, says Julie. Sounds like me in my English speaking exam. PDP getting all lovey with Bruno G. The guy is just incredible. I've just said why this guy goes into our top 5 as well. That would be a very sad day if he leaves. Julie, round of applause of what I've just said about Bruno. So thanks so much for that, Julie. And Stuart Pearce. Stuart Pearce was a defender, I thought, wasn't he? Or left back, wasn't he? Stuart Pearce when he played for us. I'm pretty sure he was.
Can I just come before I just said the quality of John Parrott? I should have just said Sam Parrott.
Jesus Lord. So yeah, Stuart Pearce was a left back, says Julie. He was as well. So so we've gone for our top 5. Let us know what you think of our top 5. I think we've made some good choices. It was just so hard to choose. There was just so many we could have picked from. But we gone with what we wanted to, and I think we made some really, really good choices. No doubt about that as well. Next Tuesday, we will go on to our strikers next. So the final one of this kind of show. And it'll be interesting to see who we've got for our top 5 strikers when we get onto them as well, when we do that show next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So do come and join us for that. And it's going to be the last part out onto the strikers now. And that's what we'll be doing for the next show on Tuesday. So there you are. So far, we're going to start to end the show now. Next scheduled live show is Saturday, of course, the Crazy Pennies Football Live show. And then Tuesday will be the
Peter, come on. I'm going out on Saturday, please.
I know you're. So it'll just be me doing it, unfortunately. But there'll still be plenty of guests joining on the Crazy Pennies Football Live show. So, Givosh was terrible. Stumbia barely played. Psycho Pierce. Strikers will be easy, says Lorraine. There'll be some interesting was Paul Dalglish. Says I didn't think Paul Dalglish was that much. Pringle. Unfortunately, Adam has not gone to Australia. He's back home in Newcastle. Hopefully he's resting up well, and hopefully he's feeling a lot better now. So best wishes again to you, Adam. Hope you are feeling okay and are recovering very, very well, my man. Brilliant show tonight, Pete and Mason and everyone. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers so much, Lee. As well. So again, next schedule.
Lee, happy birthday for the other day, by the way.
Yes, hope you had a great birthday as well, Lee. Predictions for tomorrow. Oh, good one. Interesting. I'll say 2-1 Newcastle for tomorrow, Mason.
4-0.
Oh, 4-0 again. Okay, then. I don't care, only a friendly, but still.
Lawrence has just made a good point.
You could have similar series, but for worst players in each position. Yeah, I think we'll look onto that. We might look to do that next after we've gone through our top best ones. So we might go on to the worst ones. Best place for him. All the best, Adam Pearson, says Julie. Absolutely watching the game tomorrow, guys. Unfortunately, I'm working.
At Jim, so I'll be watching it.
There you are.
Watching it on my phone.
We'll think we might do something on it, but not sure yet. Great. It was great. Thanks, Chesley. Great show, guys. Always care if the two are playing. Absolutely, John. So, yeah, next scheduled live show is Saturday, the Crazy PD's Football Live show. So,
Newcastle are playing, no matter.
I always care if the two are playing. No dubs in
I don't understand.
Australia.
I don't understand because
No,
it's been won.
Dubravka didn't travel to
Nope.
Australia.
Bye.
So bye, Mason and all. Cheers, great show, everyone. Cheers, Clarky. So again, next scheduled live show will be Creed PD's football live show, the crazy one this Saturday. And next one after that, Tuesday, onto our top 5 strikers as well. So come and join us so far on that. But if there's any other stuff we might do shows on, or if I bring any videos out during this week, you'll be notified as always if there's any news that comes out at the club so far. So 10:45, 5-4 Newcastle Gillespie in goal. 10:45 is the kickoff in this country. Yeah, take care, everyone. You as well, Ian. Remember, guys, if you have enjoyed tonight's show, please remember to give us a thumbs up. It does keep us up with those search results on YouTube. Please do smash the likes now or when the show's finished to help us stay up at those results on YouTube. And of course, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, smash that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. Please do show your support to the channel, as always, by hitting that subscribe button to help us keep growing as a channel. And of course, that bell notification will let you know whenever we are live or a pre-recorded video is uploaded to the channel. So that will notify you what is coming up on the channel week in, week out. As always, feel free to give a donation if you haven't already done so. If you want to become a member, it's 99p a month. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be put into the next prize draw as well. So, again, thank you so much to everyone tuning in tonight. Of course, with the great comments that you've come in for tonight, some really, really good ones, and some of the prop players that we didn't even think of, which you've brought in as well. So, and of course, mods as well. Thank you as always. It was so important there to the channel as well. Really, really appreciate that. As well, we'll just rattle for these last comments. Take care, everyone. You as well, Ian. See you later. You as well, Lewis. Au revoir, my peeps. Says Ian. Take care, Ian. Bye, everyone. Take care. You as well, Lorraine. Like, share, subscribe. Cheers so much, Lewis. Good night, everyone, and take care. Great show. Cheers so much, Julie, as well, and you, and says goodbye as well. Cheers, Pete and Mason. Well, until next show, guys. We will see you all later. Everyone, has been a cracking show tonight. So until next one, guys, we'll see you all later. Oh, one comment quickly. It's going to be weird waking up morning ready for the match, and Friday's going to be even ridiculous at 8:05. All right, lads, if I don't see you throughout the week, I'll see you through the window. You as well, Andrew. See you all later. Ian says, lol. So until then, guys, we'll see you all later. Good night, everyone. See you later. Take care. And it's how are the lads? See you later, guys. Good night, all.